Hello guys, and welcome again to a brand new tutorial. My name is James from OJ Motion and Design, and today I just want to look at how we can render volumes inside of Corona C4D. I like using Corona a lot, especially when I'm doing stills, especially for architectural visualizations. So let's just go and dive straight into it. So I'm gonna create a sphere. I have a feeling it's way too big, so I'll just scale it down even further, maybe 25. Yeah, and right click, go to simulation tags and simulation tags and hit the Pyro emitter. Now this is gonna create two elements. Number one is the Pyro tag over here, and number two the Pyro output system. So definitely this tag cannot work without this. More reason why you have this. So then let's just go to the timeline and play. It's gonna take a second, and there we have a fire. What is surprising is how fast and easy it is to set this thing up, and I must really congratulate Maxon for doing this, because initially the only tool you could probably use to make a realistic smoke and fire was Turbulence FD. It's pretty pricey, but real good at what it's doing. But if you compare even Turbulence FD with what Maxon did with this Pyro thing, it's really better, because it's still doing all these calculations in the background and everything, and your scene is still looking pretty good, and we haven't changed anything. So this is not going to be a tutorial about how to set up the Pyro itself, because Maxon already has a tons of tutorials, and there's other artists who've created the same, so you can just go to YouTube and check out one. This is gonna be purely how to bring this into Corona and how to render these volumes. The voxel size over here, so you can, there's a place for, and just to make you understand what I mean, is voxel size actually controls the quality of this. So there was one to control using this tag over here, then there's the global one inside of this Pyro where you just come and go. So at 5, that's what we're looking at. So the lower this goes, the more high fidelity your simulation will be. But remember, again, it increases the amount of calculations that your system has to do. So if you got a great system, you don't have to worry about this. You can take it as low as 1. I don't know if it goes to 0, but if you look at what we have here, there you go, it's already simulating. I'll take this down to maybe 2, and now if you look at this, that's now, or it looks like a realistic, but again, you see the simulation looks a little bit choppy, because it takes up a lot of space. Now if you are to render this like right now, it will not do it, because it really needs to cache this so that these renderers can really see exactly what's inside of this volume. There's a way to do that with other renderers right inside here in Cinema 4D, but it's also hectic, you know, like rendering this thing, because it's calculating at the same time rendering. So the best way to do this is always to cache the simulation. But if you go into your Pyro output, over here you see we have density, color, temperature, fuel, velocity, pressure, and divergence. All those things used to run all the simulations. Some of them are like checked on, and others only on export. So what you might need to do, especially if you're using something like Redshift, for now we're going to look at only how to do it in Corona. So we have Corona already here, then maybe we have a source of light. Remember, your smoke or pyros, fire or smoke simulations are never gonna work if you don't have a light source. That's why I have this. So if you go here, press render, you'll only see a white ball, our source of the simulation. So if you were to come here and just make everything on, check on all of these guys, this may work in something like Redshift right now. If you are using Redshift and you render this, then it will work without a problem. But in Corona, I noticed that even if you brought in the volume grid, now if let's just check again, everything is on over here, press render, and it still won't do it. So what we have to do, hang on a minute, oh yeah, what we have to do is then cache this scene file. So how you do that, you get to your Pyro output, then go to the cache tab. But before you do that, let's change this back to on export so that they will work with our cache file. Okay, so then go to cache, enable, and identify where your cache will go. Let's just do it here temporarily. Just call it cache, copy the same, open the folder, and we'll just call it that again. Oh no, that's a mistake. Just select this and then say open. Oops. Console, desktop, cache, open. It's kind of crazy. Cache and desktop, cache, open. Damn, why is that? Okay, I'll just go ahead and cache the scene to desktop, there, open, save. Oh no, give me a second. It wasn't enabled, was it? Okay, delete cache, yeah, and then cache once more, save. There we go, we're done with this thing. So now what's gonna happen, so how you set up this, I already have a scene that I'd already set up, so let's just jump into that over here. So my scene is fairly simple. Is this sort of a market or a shopping center, and we have trees, so there's the shop, and I have torches. You see this medieval kind of torches around here, and that's where exactly I want our Pyro to be. And there's a mistake I made with the torch thing, so I'm just gonna go back again and change it, because I want to edit one to affect the rest. I mean, instead of moving around here, placing these objects one by one. Then of course that's our shop. Then inside the shop there are lights that show through these windows, simply corona lights. And then I got in my environment, there's my camera. This is a target because I'm using this for depth of field. It's just close to this door. There's a woman behind this door. And then I have the corona sky and the sun. And then I have the ground, which is a plane that I've displaced using a displacer, and I have a sand material. This looks more like Texas, village Texas setup something. And then I have a couple of trees there to add in more depth, and those two over there. And of course the people, there's this guy over here and the lady is behind there. Of course these are from Corona Cosmos, a very helpful feature that Q's introduced. So yeah, with I'll get out of my camera and I'll actually lock it because where is that again? Oh no. Okay, because of time, I don't want to waste my time, your time rather. So come here. As you can see, the scene is pretty simple. And then I'll go to where my main touch is. Yep, there. To fill your screen with an element, just select it and then press S on the keyboard. Remember, when your mouse pointer is inside the viewport, if you do it on this other side, it will only identify the object amongst the list. Okay, so S inside here to fill the screen, S over here to find where the object is in this list, just so you know. So I'll go to I'm gonna go to Corona and get to Corona volume grid. I'll just place this one in here, and then object, select files. I'll just select and go and select this, open, and now tools. Okay, I'm just going to use the transfer feature again so that I can see the object. Transfer again, bring this to where the torch at, apply, and boom, that shit is big. It is massive. I've seen like a couple of lines. Show me where it is. There you go. So okay, so if I play this, the first thing you're gonna see is a massive box, you know, moving around, and it's so huge. So to see this in an easy manner, just go to viewport display and maybe select point cloud, and right there you can see our flame. And it's actually facing the wrong direction, so we need to rotate it this way. Usually it happens in Corona. I do not know why, but if I figure out, if somebody else figures out why that happens, please let us know in the comment section. We're here to learn. So then I can, you know, just by eyeballing, place it onto my, you know, there. And there's no torch that is gonna be this massive, otherwise this whole building is gonna be gutted down by fire. So I'll scale it. Now remember, for you to scale this kind of object, you cannot be in model mode. It's not gonna happen. You see that? It's not gonna happen. So you have to be in object mode for you to adjust this kind of thing. There we go. I just don't want it to touch the timber. Not that is important, but yeah. Gonna look like that. And then now if we get back into our camera, you see all of them have like Same kind of thing going on. Yeah, that looks good. And then now if you go to, let me just save. I don't want to go through all this process again, so I just do incremental save to create another version. If it crashes, these kind of things, simulations like crashing a lot. So let's just test the scene. And right off the bat, we see flames over here, but they are not as intense as we would like them to be. So how we correct that is come into the volume, go to emission, and I'll up this maybe to something like 7,000. Let me just make it 9,000. That's almost triple what we came in. And then of course scale, I can make this maybe 2. And if you go to VFB again, you might be wondering why I'm not using the interactive render. It just takes so long to load in my system. I do not know why. Maybe I have a weaker system. If any of you knows why, then please again leave it in the comment section. And now as you can see, our touches are coming to life. And if you wanted smoke to show as well, which I do not want, but if you wanted smoke to show, then you go into the absorption channel and then increase the scale. But I do not want smoke, just want the flame, you know. So again, you might be looking for, like for instance, if we fire up this and you see we have our fire, but if probably you need it to have particles of fire also coming off of it, like, you know, fireflies or something, then there's a way to do that. And what we can do, come to our volume, so let's name this fire, then we're gonna name this other one particles. We'll name this particles, and let's shut this off for a moment. And I'm just gonna go into emission and take this back to probably just where it was, maybe 4,000. Sorry, go to add another 0. Then take this back to 1. But that's not really what I want. So I'm gonna go to temperature and then change this to divergence. Okay, change this to divergence. See that? And scale is okay. And let's just go test this and see. Remember, the other one is shut off. So then if you stop this and we go here, I'm gonna see something totally different. Yeah, you see those particles now without the fire. Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, then there you have it. You know, looks interesting to me though. So then now if you bring in back your fire, and now we fire it up again, then we now get this complete intense sort of thing, and make it even better. I mean, okay, that's a pretty big flame. This is the kind that would, like, you know, bring down this pretty building. But to even take it further, if you enable bloom and glare, now you have that kind of thing. Maybe increase the exposure by 1. Stop. And now you're looking at a really beautiful scene. So yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. I mean, if you love this tutorial and if you love seeing this kind of tutorials, please like, subscribe, share, and yeah, just hit the bell button so you don't miss any other, you know, tutorial that I post next time. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much for your time. Please hit the subscribe button. Till next time, adios.